Newcastle gaffer Eddie Howe has been speaking to the media ahead of tonight's Carabao Cup semi-final against Arsenal. It's live on talkSPORT. Kick off from 8. He spoke about Alexander Isak's hot streak in front of goal.
I think when you're on the run of goal-scoring games that he is, I think you go in with a different viewpoint than if you're not. I think the team, most importantly, is creating for him as well. I don't think this is him doing it on his own. I think the team's playing in a really good way that's creating chances not just for Alex but for other players as well. We're seeing goals come from different aspects of the team. So I think when you go on the run that we've gone on, you wouldn't be doing that if it was just down to one player. So Alex is playing his part in that by finishing the moves off, but delighted with how the team's creating them.
Good Newcastle. Let's go to the phone line and speak to Dan. He's a West Brom fan. Hello, Daniel, son. Dan, are you there?
Are you all right?
I'm good, Dan. How are you?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm good.
Good. What would you like to say?
I just wanted to stress the importance of a team like Newcastle. They've had the struggles. How important 2 legs over these semi-finals could be, especially you mentioned the distance between the 2 games. If they go 1-0 down tonight, they could really get themselves up for that second leg. And there's there's 4 teams left in this. 3 out of those 4 teams, I think, really, really need a trophy. Arsenal, Tottenham, and Newcastle will all be itching for a trophy. So if they could get themselves up for that second leg, if any of them teams drop 1-0 down, could be paramount for them, really.
Dan, thanks for that. Let's get as many calls in as we can. Phil is a goon. He's up next. Hello, Philip.
Good evening, guys. How are you?
Oh, great. You're in the car. You're on your way to the game?
No, I can't get there tonight. I'm on my way home from work,
Okay.
but I'll watch it on the telly.
No, you mean you'll listen to it on talkSPORT?
At the same time,
Yes.
obviously, yeah.
Cool. Good answer. Good answer, Phil. Yeah, of course you will. What would you like to say, my friend?
Well, once again, we've got to the semi-final of this competition, and all the 4 teams are the teams who are in Europe who swerved the first 2 rounds. All the other teams were battling it out. And I wouldn't mind seeing, when those teams come into the competition, that they all get drawn against each other. So they go in a separate pot. If you've been in Europe, you've swerved the first 2 rounds. Yeah. But when you come into the competition, you've got to play each other. And if there's 5 of you, one of you goes into the general draw, but the others play against each other.
Yeah, but what you have to remember, sorry, Phil, what you have to remember is the job of the League Cup is to entice as many advertisers or the most amount of money from one advertiser as possible.
Oh, of course.
And they're not going to do that if they start the competition with 3 big heads missing.
Yeah, but they are starting it with 3 missing, aren't they? Because they're not in the first 2 rounds anyway.
No, but they're in the competition. They come into it in the third round.
They come into it in the third round. I think you've got to give some incentives to all the other teams who aren't really looking at it as a competition that they can win, because they know at some point they're just going to get blasted away by a team.
No, I'm sure. I get that. But
into it.
You're suggesting like teams like Arsenal, Man United and Liverpool could all meet in round 3, right? Or should all meet in round 3?
That'd do me. I'd have a bit of that.
I know, but that's my point. The advertisers won't agree to that because they want Arsenal, Newcastle, Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, all to get to the latter stages of it, right?
Yeah, but they're the only ones who want it, aren't they?
Well, no. The TV audiences suggest that everyone wants it.
I don't know. Wouldn't you rather see some smaller teams have a chance to go further in the cup?
You got one with Arsenal.
Honestly, where are you not?
Do you know, I always feel guilty getting through and stopping you 2 squabbling because it's been quite good the last time, hasn't it?
What's going to happen tonight? Tell me what's going to happen tonight, Phil.
I think it'll be a draw, but I think Newcastle will win up there.
Yeah. Do you know what would be nice if we take a nice sort of 3-0 lead up there? It'd be beautiful.
That won't be happening. Would it
three
be
set plays.
I can't see it.
Would it be nice to see Arteta win a trophy with his own team for the first time?
I wouldn't mind Arteta being gone. Not now. I'd get rid of him right now.
What?
Jeez, where's that come from?
Why?
I'd get rid of him right now. The facility that he's got and the squad that he's got, that team should have won something. Team should have won something.
You've won 2 community shields. 2 community shields. Is that not enough?
Yeah, I don't get too excited about them, to be honest with you. Do you?
Phil, so if he leaves, who do you want to come in?
I wouldn't mind, because I just think there's someone out there who could come in, someone very high profile. They could pay a lot of money. Perhaps not someone who's even on our radar at the moment.
Jose?
Who could come in with that squad and take that club where it needs to be.
Would you have Jose?
No.
Would you have Potter?
No, I don't think so. It's got to be someone a bit exciting, isn't it?
Would you have Tim Sherwood?
No, I don't think so. It's not high profile enough, is it?
Who would you have? Give me a name before I move on. Who would you have?
Do you know, I honestly think there's a manager out there somewhere that's not on our radar that we don't know about, like Arsene Wenger, if you like, all those years ago. No one knew who he was. All of a sudden, he's come in and set the place on fire. And I think there's another one out there somewhere. You've just got to unearth that person and put him in front of that squad.
Okay, it's a big risk, isn't it?
Right,
Bringing in a
straight away,
manager.
get Arteta now.
Get
Look, we
out.
need to get Jamie up because he's against Phil.
Where's Jamie?
He's there, he's
Oh,
three.
yeah, get Jamie on. While we're waiting for that, let's speak to Luke, a Newcastle fan. Hi, Luke.
Hiya guys, thank you for having me on.
It's our pleasure. Luke the Nuke. Do you play darts, Luke?
No, I'm not that good at darts, to be fair.
Oh, okay. Have you not thrown any arrows since you've been watching the darts? You're not being carried away by it?
No, I've been following Dobie, but obviously Gezi Price, I was rooting for him in all fairness.
Oh, yeah, of
Can't
course.
go
Yeah.
with Price.
I'm a bit torn because I'm Welsh, but I'm a Newcastle fan, and I've been a Newcastle fan all my life.
Where's that connection? I don't care, by the way. You can support who you want, as far as I'm concerned. Where's that connection from?
So my nan is from Durham, so my bamp is Welsh. So years ago they met in Blackpool, of all places. Don't ask me why or how, but back in the day it was the place to go.
Yeah.
And they obviously then, my dad came along and I've always been a Geordie ever since. A Welsh Geordie, as I like to call myself.
Fair enough. Go on then. What are you phone up to say, Luke?
I just want to say, like, my prediction tonight, I think I'm comfortable. I think we can at least get a draw at the Emirates. We haven't got a very good record there, but I think we can definitely get a 1-1 draw. Alexander Isak's first goal, and then put everyone behind the ball, basically.
Okay, you'll take that. Let's quickly take one more call. Jamie's an Arsenal fan. Hi, Jamie.
Hi guys, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. I just want to really disagree with the guy who was saying Arteta out now. I mean,
Phil.
I cannot believe I've just heard that. Honestly, my opinion is Arteta's getting us in the right direction. I just feel like with financial fair play rules coming in, there's not a lot of spending going on. And
apart from the 800 million you've spent? Jamie?
we got from that 800 million.
What?
If you look at the players that we got from the 800 million,
Yeah.
you could kind of say that it's quite good business. But I agree with you that we do need to be spending more wisely and not be buying like Isaac for 150 million, because then we need to buy more players for our depth.
Can I ask, when you've spent 800 million, you're then saying because of the strains of financial fair play, what are you suggesting you need to spend $1 billion?
No, what I'm saying is we need to be buying maybe a few more youngsters like Lewis Skelly, and players that we actually have our scouts looking at. There's got to be younger players out there that aren't quite professionals yet, and that they are
Amateurs.
secret players.
Secret
You call them
players?
amateurs,
Well, no,
but
it's
they're
just a different vision of scouting, really. That's what it is, isn't it? Different areas, different.
I don't think the
parts of
reason
the
you're
globe.
not winning Premier Leagues is because you haven't uncovered a
No, we
right
haven't,
back
we haven't
from...
been good enough yet. That's
Yeah.
why. Still as that.
Yeah.
Not ready.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.